Now let's set up QuickBooks to handle 1099s. You're responsible for processing and issuing 1099s to certain vendors who you do business with. Those vendors that meet the following criteria are the ones you need to issue a 1099 to. Issue a 1099 to vendors who meet these three criteria. First, you paid them in excess of $600 during the year. Second, they are not incorporated. Third, they provided services to you versus tangible products. For those vendors that meet these three criteria, you'll need to issue 1099s at the end of the year. When you process 1099s with QuickBooks, you'll mail one copy to the vendor and one copy to the IRS. In setting up QuickBooks to handle 1099s, the first step is to set up QuickBooks and tell it how you're going to issue 1099s. Let's begin that process here. Come here under Edit and come down to Preferences. Here, come to the choice Tax 1099 and choose Company Preferences. Here, click Yes, and under the Account column you need to set up the accounts for which 1099 vendors are charged to. For example, here in Rockcastle Construction, under Box 7, Non-Employee Compensation, we have our subcontractors account set up. You can set up multiple accounts, once again, by coming in here and clicking on them. QuickBooks will put a check mark by them. Once you have your accounts set up, simply click on OK. Next, you need to set up those vendors who you're going to issue a 1099 to. Let's click on our vendor list and let's scroll down the list. Davis Business Associates. We need to issue a 1099 to Davis Business Associates. They meet the three criteria. Let's double click and let's come to the Additional Info tab. Simply check this box, Vendor Eligible for 1099. Now, at the end of the year, when we print 1099s, Davis Business Associates will be included in the 1099 run. Click OK, and QuickBooks alerts us that we need a tax ID number. If you do not have the tax ID number for Davis Business Associates, contact them and get the tax ID number. There's a federal form, an IRS form, to do this with. It's called a W-9. You can go to the IRS website and print off a W-9 and mail it to Davis Business Associates and ask them to fill it out. They're required by law to complete that and return it to you. So let's put in an ID number and let's click OK. Let's make sure we have enough characters first. And we're going to want, QuickBooks is going to want another piece of information. Of course, we need a valid address for a 1099 vendor. Now, Davis Business Associates is set up and ready so that when we run our 1099s or print them at the end of the year, they will be included in the print run.